Hey everyone, it's me, Varlo. One of the games I've been looking forward to most this year is the all-new hero shooter Marvel Rivals. I was elated to check this game out from the moment that I first saw it. It takes everything that's great about Overwatch and gives it a nice Marvel flair. I unfortunately wasn't invited to participate in the closed alpha test, but I've been lucky enough to participate in the Marvel Rivals closed beta. I've seen a lot of people being very critical of this game, and I figured that I'd put my own opinions about it out once I had played a good amount of it. These are my first impressions of this closed beta and what I think could be improved upon before the game officially launches. The gameplay of Marvel Rivals has a lot of really cool things that I enjoyed a lot. One of the coolest things the game offers is the destructible environments. This feature lends itself incredibly well to a game of this sort. It adds a whole new dimension of strategy for players to take advantage of. I haven't really messed with it as much as I wanted to, but I definitely will mess around with it more as the closed beta continues. This is a great feature that will set Marvel Rivals apart from other games in this genre. One of the main things I noticed about my gameplay so far is that the game definitely needs a speed increase. Right now, it is very slowly paced. This is not inherently a bad thing, but compared to games like Overwatch, the difference is night and day. I think the gameplay could be improved a lot if the pace was increased. An area where Marvel Rivals shines is its expansive roster of heroes. Right now, Marvel Rivals has 21 unique heroes, the same amount that Overwatch originally launched with. I think the roster has a great mix of popular characters as well as deeper cuts from the Marvel Universe. Of course, you need characters like Iron Man and Spider-Man, but it's also a welcome addition to have characters like Luna Snow and Penny Parker. If I'm being totally honest, I had to look up who Luna Snow was. I had never heard of her character before this game. My only gripe with the roster thus far is that there's certain characters who should be in the roster but aren't. I feel like it's weird to have a Marvel game without Captain America and Thor. I'm sure that those characters are on the way at some point, but it feels weird that they weren't a part of the initial batch. Despite all that, I think the balance of familiar and less popular characters is great. My personal favorite characters to play right now are Adam Warlock and Scarlet Witch. A great thing I noticed about the heroes is that coming from someone who has played a lot of Overwatch, many of them feel familiar. Learning new characters can always be daunting, but it helps when they're similar to something that I already know. I noticed with quite a few characters that they have abilities that are similar to or shared with characters from Overwatch. For example, Scarlet Witch's default attack reminded me a lot of Moira's, and her ult is almost a direct copy of D.Va's ult in Overwatch. Hulk reminded me a lot of D.Va because once he's killed, he turns into Bruce Banner, just like how D.Va loses her mech when she dies. Star-Lord reminded me a lot of the fast-paced, high-damage playstyle of Tracer. Magneto reminded me a lot of Sigma because of his shield that he could send out. These are just a few striking similarities, but there are plenty more among the other characters that I didn't mention. All of these similarities are great and help to make the game a little easier for players familiar with Overwatch to pick up. The three main game modes of the game so far are Convoy, Domination, and Convergence. These modes have been a great time for me to play, but I definitely would like to see the different modes expanded on a bit. I definitely think that this game should have some kind of deathmatch mode. I think that would be so epic, having all the heroes clashing in a battle to the death with no other objective. I'd also love to see a PvE mode. I know that there is some sort of story going on in Marvel Rivals, but I know absolutely nothing about it. Despite that, I'm sure there's room to make a cool PvE story with all these characters that could work in a co-op setting. I always bring this up in these videos, but game performance is a really important issue for me. When I first booted up Marvel Rivals, my frames were abnormally pretty low and I wasn't even on the highest settings. After some tweaking, I was able to get the performance closer to where I wanted it. I think the optimization just needs some work. It's obviously still in beta and the devs need time to polish and complete the game, so this is excusable for the time being. It wasn't unplayable by any means, but I would have liked a more smooth experience. I'm sure this is something that's being worked on already. I really have enjoyed my time with Marvel Rivals a lot so far. In fact, once I post this video, I'm going to get right back into the game and play some more while the closed beta is still available. I really can't wait for the full version of this game to be released. There's already so much potential with this game, and I could see it being one of the best multiplayer experiences around if it's done right. So far, it's been a really great alternative to games like Overwatch. While I love Overwatch, it's always good to get away from it and play similar games with a different coat of paint. I hope that if you didn't get a chance to play Marvel Rivals Closed Beta, that my thoughts help to clear up any confusion you may have had about the game. If you have played the game already, I want to hear your thoughts about it so far down below in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more like it, and share it with somebody that you think would like it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.